A couple years ago, I made my first 2 video essays about Love Live, and I'm not sure how to feel about them anymore, primarily because of their scattershot nature. I couldn't make up my mind on what I wanted these videos to be, and it really shows both in their length and the all-over-the-place writing. The video on School Idol Project is at least okay, but the Sunshine video is just a mess. I'm not happy with that video nowadays, and there's a few statements in here that have aged like milk. The most damning of the lot being my favorite character in all of Love Live, Chica. Don't get me wrong, I still feel that Chica is the best written character in this series, so all the praise I've given her still applies. But in recent years, I've started to find more joy in the simple things. In the past, I've defined the concept of pure endearment as enjoying something simply because it makes you happy. As an example, kittens are cute. We don't have to look at their Rotten Tomatoes score to determine whether or not we're allowed to enjoy them. And if we were looking at the Rotten Tomatoes score for cats, we wouldn't be allowed to enjoy them. I used to exhaustively try to justify my liking of things with a critical edge, or refer to things as guilty pleasures if I couldn't. I've gotten tired of doing that, and nothing has symbolized that transition of how I enjoy things more than my adoration of Hanamaru Kunikita. I'm sure some of y'all are coming into this video wondering what the heck a Hanamaru is, or rolling your eyes because damn it, Ben's making another Love Live video. For the uninitiated, Hanamaru is one of the first-year members of Aqua, and part of the main cast of Love Live Sunshine. She's shy, loves to read, loves to eat even more, and is a bit of a bumpkin with a dialect and vocal tick. She's also cute as a button, and I love her. If that sounds like your type of character, great, you can join my church. Services are held weekly at twitch.tv/idionoben. That's about all you need as an introduction, because this is how the series sells her. Those are the immediate appeal points. She has some degree of depth, and we'll talk about that, but she's the simplest character of the lot, which is why I consider her a perfect symbol of pure endearment. This is a long overdue video, and I'm surprised people actually wanted to see me make this, but here we go. Let's dedicate a few minutes of time to my best girl, Hanamaru. So like I said, Hanamaru's appeal leans hard on her simple character traits, but in a cast of 9 principal characters with one of them taking a clear leading position, it's fair to not expect everyone to be equally deep. Someone's gonna fall by the wayside, and in the case of Sunshine, that was Hanamaru, and also Kanon to an extent, but this video isn't about her. In most scenes, Hanamaru is stuffing her face, and if she talks at all, it's usually the show going for laughs or awes. This is fine, and the simple cute antics are a lot of the reason I got attached to her in the first place, but it wasn't always this way. It's hard to remember this now since season 1 of Sunshine aired 4 years ago, but Hanamaru wasn't always the token hungry girl. Episode 4 of season 1 is halfway to being a character episode for Hanamaru, and unfortunately most of the development she ever gets is in this one episode. But there is something here. The episode starts with Hanamaru introducing herself as quiet and shy and lonely, but not unhappy. Hanamaru is the kind of girl who finds solace in quiet, and enjoys the simple pleasures in life, like reading and eating, and more eating. But this way of living has taken an effect on her, lowering her self-esteem to the point where when she's asked to join Aqua, she says no, citing that she wouldn't be a good fit. This is more odd than you might think, given some other aspects of her character. She's canonically a choir girl, so she has some degree of experience with the performing arts, though this is never even hinted at in the anime. She's also usually the type to never say no to someone who needs help, and that's something the anime does give you an idea of. It's not like she turns Chica down because she dislikes idols either. She's friends with Ruby. If she actively disliked them, they wouldn't get along as well as they do. I'm sure there's a part of her that would have said yes, especially if Ruby had joined. There are 2 key factors that drive Hanamaru to join Aqua. One of those is the inspiration she gets from Rin, one of the first-year members of Muse. There are a few parallels between their characters, most importantly how self-conscious they are. Becoming an idol is what let Rin shine in spite of her doubts, and Hanamaru follows that idea. Despite how different they are in athleticism and attitude, Hanamaru sees some commonalities, steps outside of her comfort zone, and before she even realizes it, she falls in love with idol activities. I think Ruby might be just a little bit off the mark when she says,
"You love school idols as much as me!"
But there's a greater point being made here, that Hanamaru doesn't have to deny herself the enjoyment of being an idol just because she's self-conscious. Also on the subject of Rin, there's a cute detail that Hanamaru occasionally does catgirl poses in the openings, referencing this source of inspiration, but that's a minor detail. Ruby is even more important to pushing Hanamaru to be an idol. Ruby grows a lot throughout Sunshine, but at the start of the story she's a bit of a doormat, not doing what she wants because she doesn't want to upset her sister. Hanamaru wants nothing more than to see Ruby happy, to the point that she calls it her dream. team. So she coaxes her into the club quietly so she can realize on her own that she doesn't need Daya's approval. She stands up for Ruby and enables her in a way that Daya wouldn't. This is the crux of her entire personality. Hanamaru is above all else selfless. She's not spineless and she doesn't let people take advantage of her, she just cares about her friends, and because she joins Aqua, she finds new ones. This is all great, but it also all happens within 20 minutes. It sounds like I just gave you several episodes worth of character building, but it's not. I can play it up all I want, but Hanamaru's half a character episode is blitzed through, and most of what I've written so far has been what I can glean from the given material. It's all there, and her key characteristics are still all present through the rest of the series, but the depth of her person is downplayed from here. The way she's written for most of the series does mean she's a token, but that makes the moments where she's not munching on something more impactful. These are the kinds of moments her down-to-earth, supportive nature shines through, even if it is often delivered through sass. Smugmaru is a meme in the Love Live fandom for a reason. Hanamaru and Yoshiko's relationship is really funny, but it's more than just an idiot best friends dynamic. Yoshiko is over the top. She's dorky, she's extra, she's got a chunibyo shtick, she's a bit detached from reality, and there are points where she needs to be grounded. Hanamaru is here to keep both of Yoshiko's feet on the ground, and while the way she does that is busting her chops, that's exactly what best friends do. Especially when one of you is as weird as Yoshiko. When she's not straight manning for Yoshiko, Hanamaru gets some of the cutest and funniest character moments in the whole series. You can see this at its best in the movie. They get a lot out of her eating and making cute sounds and faces, so even though she barely speaks, it didn't feel like she was underrepresented. I'd hesitate to call Hanamaru flanderized, but you can boil the caricatured version of her down to a few different traits. Most prominently, there's the hungry girl quirk, which is also her most quickly endearing trait. I don't think an episode goes by after she joins Aqua that she doesn't eat something. And while the emphasis on Nopo bread is blatant product placement, she eats everything. Cakes, soups, snacks, the world's largest hamburger, and half the food in Italy. I love her satisfied faces and the adorable eating sounds. I would give her every foodstuff in the world. Another characteristic of hers they get a lot of comedy from... Hanamaru is just a little bit ignorant, but loves to learn new things, which is apparent through her passion for reading and other stuff. Her wide-eyed enthusiasm every time she sees a crazy food or a piece of modern technology is adorable. I also love how they play off of this during the intermission shorts from the live shows. Because of her eagerness to learn and the amount of stuff she's absorbed from books, she's a trivia monster. For a lot of these shorts, she acts as a sort of tour guide for the group. These shorts eventually became less grounded and started doing weirder and weirder stuff with the characters, and that's also pretty great. Hanamaru playing as a lion or a little soldier are both just very good. I really want to talk about Mitaiken Horizon. This is Aqua's 4th numbered single, where a poll was held to decide on a center for the song and music video. Hanamaru won, probably by a very slim margin given Yoshiko's dominance over this fandom, and probably because people wanted to vote for the underdog, and if you voted for Hanamaru, I will give you a hug in thanks. I'm so glad she won this poll. I was screaming for minutes on end when I found out what the results were. My notifications on Twitter were also insanity, and I appreciate y'all looking out for me. Anywho, initially this whole video was going to use Mitaiken Horizon as a jumping off point, because it's so good at capturing everything that makes Hanamaru Hanamaru. And weirdly enough, a few people have asked me to make a video analyzing it like I did the OPs, so if you're one of those people and you're watching this now, this is the closest I'll be getting to fulfilling that request. Sorry. Something I think is awesome about Mitaiken Horizon is that it's less a Hanamaru center and more a first year center. Initially, I was kinda disappointed by that because I wanted all eyes on my best girl, but after listening to it and watching it a few times, I started to get it. While she does get some fantastic solo moments, there's a greater point here than just make Hanamaru the center of attention. I feel like this song gives us an idea of what Aqua will be after the events of the movie. The third years leave the group, but it doesn't disband, and it seems that the first years will be taking on a sort of leadership role. After all the growing she's done through the series, Ruby seems to be the next in line to lead Aqua in their future endeavors, and I think that's really cool. By the time the second years leave, they'll be the most veteran members of the club. Putting Ruby and Co at the forefront is a forward-thinking move. The first years may be the new spearhead, but Hanamaru is not a leader, she's a supporter. She lifts others up or helps to anchor them. That's the role she takes in the first year trio, it's what she's going to mean for the future of the group, and it's everything she does in this music video. Ruby and Yoshiko need someone to stand behind them, so Hanamaru powers up with a snack and gives them backup. She does write the song, lead in the vocals, and stand at the center, but she doesn't do any of those things alone. She gets help writing the song. She's always passing the baton off to her two best friends or sharing the center with them. She stands in the middle of the formation, but mostly stays in the back of it. The way the video is choreographed and directed makes this a story of Hanamaru's selflessness, not Hanamaru's big moment of basking in the spotlight. I love this. It's the kind of strong direction you see everywhere else in the series, and I'm glad this is the direction they took the music video in because it's so perfectly Hanamaru. Her singing is gorgeous too, holy fuck. Aqua didn't get the ridiculous amount of solos that the Muse girls did, or even as many solo mixes for that matter, but Hanamaru's Seiyu, Kaneko Takatsuki, still has such a wonderful singing voice. She's got fantastic range, able to hit low and high notes without any trouble, and when she's effortlessly carrying a tune, my heart just melts. Thank you to Kin-chan for giving the best girl her voice, and for being a huge, endearing dork. Oyasumi-na-san is one of my favorite songs under the Love Live label, and not just because it's the Hanamaru song. I love the homey, contemporary American rock vibe it has, and Kin-chan's singing is just perfect for it. This song makes me feel at home. It puts me at ease whenever I listen to it. Her performances with Azalea are great too. A couple years ago, I wasn't a big fan of the Azalea songs, but there's some good stuff here, with plenty of moments where all three girls shine. You know what else is great about Hanamaru? She's just the cutest! What do you mean I've used the word cute like 20 times in this video already? That's completely untrue. In all seriousness, just look at her. Did you know that before Rina, Hanamaru was the shortest Love Live girl? It's actually kind of comical seeing her stand next to some of the taller characters because they just tower over her. She's such a small bean. Oh my god, I just want to hug her. Yo fucking nailed it with the first thing she said when she saw Hanamaru.
Whoa, she's gorgeous.
Isn't she though? Look at her beautiful eyes and her smile. Oh, she's so perfect. She's got that big poofy moe sweater and tights too. Her whole design radiates comfiness. And she looks so soft and warm. And have you seen her cards in School Idol Festival? Look at this one, and this one, and this one. Oh, she's so fucking cute. She's got a big old plushie in this one and a fat cat in this one. Ah, she's sharing your cake with you in this one. And there's so many alternate hairstyles. I love her twin tails. I love her glasses. Oh my god, what a girl. Hanamaru is pure and perfect. Hey, you want to see how much Hanamaru merch I've collected? Because it's a lot. Boom. This is my shelf of Love Live merch, and as you can see, it's a bit unbalanced. I've got figures, I've got plushes, and over half of the stuff on this shelf is consumed by Hanamaru. I've recently started a collection of Nesso berries, those cute lying down plushies, and at some point, I'd like to own every Hanamaru Nesso, or at least one of every outfit. If I went for every size as well, I'd never escape Nesso hell, and I really don't know what I'd do with a Terra. Those things are fucking huge. There are a couple dozen varieties of Hanamaru Nesso berries, and so far I have a small handful of them. At the time of writing this, I have 4 in the mail. Somebody please help me with my budget. My crops are dying. So that derailed. I knew at some point in this video I'd lose focus and start going and I think that that's probably the best place to leave this video. I went into this video with a very simple goal. Lay out the best things about Hanamaru, because I love her and she is best girl. But who am I kidding? Every Love Live girl is best girl. This has been Ideo Noben, and if you made it this far, thank you and congratulations, because I'm sure most people don't have the tolerance for a 10+ minute video where some loser goes nuts over an anime girl. If you liked this video and want to see more from me, hit the like button below and ignore the subscribe button because it's stupid and broken and you should just follow me on Twitter instead. If you feel like seeing more of me sooner, I stream on a semi-regular basis at twitch.tv/IdeoNoben, so come drop by if you feel like it. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see y'all soon. Take it easy.